Yesterday we started about types of methods. So how many types of methods are? Three types of methods are available. One is instance methods. Second one is class methods. Third one is static methods. Yesterday first two completed. What is instance method and what is the class method? Instance method is means within the method we can access the variables generally. So within instance method, if I can access only instance variables, such a type of methods are nothing but instance method only. So how to declare instance method means within the method we have to pass one variable. That variable is self variable. By using self variable inside this method, we can access all our instance variables. If I want to call this method within the class by using the self, outside of the class by using the reference variable, such a type of method is called as instance method. So just I'm given a small example. Next we go with setter method and getter method. What is the setter method? Setter method is to set the values to the instance variables. I need to go to the setter method. If I want to access values from the instance variables, then I need to go to the getter method. Setter method is also called as another name, mutator method. Getter method is also called as accessor because I'm accessing values from the instance variables. That's why it is get and set. To get the values, getter method. To set the values, setter method we are provided. Second category is class method. Within the method implementation, if you're using only class variables, nothing but static variables, if I'm using such a type of methods are called as which method? Class method. How to declare class method? By using one decorator is there, class method decorator. Within the method, you have to pass one variable. That variable is CLS. By using CLS, we have to declare method at the class method decorator. If you are accessing only static variables, such a type of methods are called as class methods. Oh. So third category is static methods. Third one is static. Sir, now observe carefully. Sir, what is the static method means? Generally, these are general utility methods. And a general purpose method. For example, if you want to create a method for addition purpose, subtraction purpose, general utility purpose, we are using such a type of methods are called as a static method. In case of instance method, we are using only instance variables. In case of class method, we are using static variables or class variables. Whereas static method, we never use any instance and class variables, and we are not providing any variable also. Previously, I'm provided two variables. Within the class method, I'm using CLS. In the previously, I provided self. But within the static method, we are not providing any variable. We are not accessing any instant and static variables. Just we have to declare a decorator is there, static method decorator. Def m1, no argument inside, just give a equal to 10. Just like local variables, within the method I have to declare some variables. For example, in your class any class variables are there, you can access by using the class name, no problem, but not required. These are general utility purpose methods, we have to define. Now go to a small example, just to addition, subtraction, product. General utility purpose, you have to declare this type of methods. Test.py. Sir, I have to declare Mahesh Math is the class at the rate static method decorator def add. Instead, I'm not providing any instance static. A local variables I can provide at x comma y. Print. The sum is, I have to go with x plus y. Done. Same. Any number of methods you have to take. Second one, I have to go with product. X comma y, x star y. Now, two methods are there in Mahesh Math. Simple. Don't create object. All these constructor is not there. Mahesh Math dot first method add 10 comma 20. Next method product. Done. Run the program. Py test.py. Sum is 30 product. Here also there is no instance variable, no static variable, no CLS, no self, nothing. General utility purpose, if I declared any methods, such type of methods are called as static methods. In entire Python, we are using either instance or static methods only. Class methods rarely used concept, not that much of important class methods. So last category, third one, static methods. In general, these methods are general utility methods. These methods are general utility methods. General utility methods. Sir, inside these methods, we won't use any instance or class variables. In general, these methods are general utility methods. Inside these methods, we won't use any instance or class variables. Here, we won't provide self or CLS arguments at the time of declaration. We won't provide any self or CLS at the time of declaration. Sir, we can declare static method explicitly by using at the rate static method decorator. We can declare these static method explicitly by using static method decorator. We can access static methods by using class name or object reference. Recommended one class name. Note, in general, we can use only instance and static methods. Inside static method, we can access class level variables also by using the class name. Class methods are most rarely used methods in Python. Completed. So next one is how to pass members of, for example, I have two classes are there. Class A, sir. Inside some x equal to 10 is there. Class B. I have to access the text value into the class B. Both are different classes. The x value is 10. I want to update x value as a 20. So x plus equal to 10. Generally x plus equal to 10 and x equal to x plus 10, 10 plus 10, 20. But if I run this program, you are getting error, x is not defined. Because in class B lo, x is not there. That is available in class A. How to access one class members into another class? How can I access them? Both are different classes. So if you want to access one class members to another class means there is next level, one more concept is there, that is inheritance. By using inheritance, it is very simple. But present, we don't have idea about inheritance. I didn't explain. Present, we are in the object-oriented part 1. In part 2, inheritance concept is there. That is, I'm telling, present, we don't have idea about inheritance. If inheritance is there, it is very simple how to access. But in this situation, do we have any idea about inheritance? No. Without inheritance, how to access? That is my concept. For example, see this one. I have to take one class is our employee. So first class, constructor method, all these you know. How to declare a constructor underscore underscore init underscore underscore. The first argument is self. So generally employee contain number, employee contain name, employee contain salary. Initialize these values. Self dot employee number equal to employee number. Self dot employee name equal to employee name. Salary equal to e salary. So this one you know already. Constructor, I declare three variables. I am initialized. Next, I want to display those details. It is an instance method. Print employee number. The employee number is how to get that by using self dot e number. Next, employee name e salary. Up to your any explanation is required? Not required. Just a day one or same example. Class, one constructor, one method. I'm displaying number, name, and salary. Okay, fine. Now, generally, if you want to create object, these things also, you know, employee, internally 101, employee name Sunny, employee salary 12,000. Give one reference variable E. Now, if I want to E dot display, all the details will be displayed. Okay, fine. అయితే my requirement is not this one. I have one more separate class is there. The class is test. Inside test, I have to take one method modify. Here I want to this employee salary 12,000 Sunny salary. I can make it as a 20,000 and this e salary is available in this class. I want to access this salary variable here in the another class. How to access this one? class name dot variable name. Then that is called as inheritance has a relation. Without inheritance implementation, I'm asking. Inheritance, two concepts are there, is a relation, as a relation. Based on your telling, you are providing inheritance as a relation. Without inheritance, I'm asking how to access the T cell into the another class. Sir, for example, see this one carefully. What is the line number 14 means here? One object got created there. Okay, na? Yes. What is the reference variable? E. And one more is two variables are there. So E is pointing to this one, self is pointing to this one. Whenever object got created, automatically which will be executed? Your constructor executed there. So three variables are initialized. Those are internally employee number equal to 101, employee name equal to Sunny, employee salary equal to 12,000. This is the up to now diagram. Whenever I'm using class test, def, I declared one method modify. I have to define one argument. Sir, can I give argument means anything can I give? Yes, X or A or B or C, anything I can give argument because it is a one method, not static method, instance method, one argument I am passing. Understandable purpose I am giving one argument. What is the argument? EMP. Argument means anything you can give, but this class is employee class. That's why I'm given as a EMP. Okay, fine. Call this method. That method how to call test dot modify method I'm calling of 10. What is the meaning? Based on this, how to tell test dot modify. Ante, am I calling method or not? What is the EMP value? 10. Suppose a function is there, a method is there. I'm calling function, I'm passing value. 10 will be assigning to the EMP or not? Yes. Suppose if I'm given modify of 100, then what is the EMP value? 100. Ante, carefully observe here only logic is there. Whenever I'm passing EMP equal to 100, equal to meant for assignment. Ade if I'm here I am given 10. What is the EMP value? 10 only. Now I am passing E. Then what is the meaning? Now carefully listen the terminology. EMP equal to E. What is the meaning? Here not values. This is called as aliasing equal to meant for. Ante what is E already is there. One more aliasing I can provide it to my application. Ante here one more aliasing provided there in my application. What it is? EMP. So now EMP is also pointing to my object or not? So how many objects are there? Only one. How many references are there? Three. First line number 14 I am given. Self is given by Python. Now line number 15 I am calling test.modify. Modify of E means E will be passing to EMP. EMP equal to E equal to meant for aliasing. One more aliasing I provided. So in this total diagram, one object, three references, E, EMP and self. Come to your application here. Now EMP dot E salary plus equal to 8,000. What is EMP? That one. What is salary? 12,000 plus 8,000. What will happen? 20,000. call the method emp dot display method. Save and run. ఇదిగోండి starting Sunny salary 12,000. What is the Sunny salary? 20,000. Here, whatever amount you were provided, 12 I am given. 12 plus 12. What is the salary? 24,000. So, without inheritance, I can provided this concept. This is called as how to pass members of one class to the other class. Once I introduce inheritance, that is also very simple only. Without inheritance, how I am passing the values. The main logic is only line number 17 only. Test is the class name. Modify is the method. I am passing one argument E as a EMP. The meaning is this one. EMP equal to E means one E I am given reference to another one. One new will be added. So all variables I can access by using E, EMP, self. That is I am doing here. Clear? This is called as without inheritance passing members of one class to another class. Passing members of one class to another class. So next concept is inner classes. So what is the meaning of inner classes means? We are using a for loop inside another for loop. This type of things already we discussed, that is called as a nested for loop. First inner loop will be executed, after that outer for loop will be executed. Same if condition, elif, elif, else. So that is called as nested if. Same nested try blocks. Try, inside try except finally outer block, like that we can declare the same. We can declare a class inside the class. Such a type of classes are nothing but inner classes. Sir, sometimes without existing one type of class, there is no chance of existing another type of classes. So first always outer class should be available, then only inner class is available. Without outer class, there is no chance of existing inner classes. For example, if I have to take a class car, instead I have to take class engine. So inside car, engine is available there. If there is no car class, as there is without any car, is there any chance of existing only engine? No. If car is there, then only inside engine is available there. As if car is not there, only engine existing is not available there. So inside car class, you have to provided engine class. Same like there is one university is there. Inside university, there is department. So here also compulsory university is mandatory. Without university, can I run only departments? No chance. So if you want to department is there, compulsory university is there. First you have to create object for university, then only you have to create object to the department. Without university object, there is no chance of existing department object. Without existing car object, there is no chance of existing the engine object. So compulsory, first car should be available there. After that, engine is available. Once university available, then only departments are available there. And if I go to the class, human class, once a human is available there, then only inside which is available, head class is available there. For example, there is no human. Is there any chance of existing only head? No chance. Compulsory. First human is available there. Then only inside which is available, head is available there. Inside head, we can go with class. What it is? Brain. Without head, is there any chance of existing the brain? No. But without brain, head is possible. Yes or no? Possible. So many heads are there without brains. Hmm. So same like that. But without human, head is not available. Without head, brain is no chance. So this type of classes are called as, this terminology is nothing but our inner classes. In this case, first compulsory you have to create object to the outer class. After that only you have to create object for the inner classes. Without creating object outer classes, is there no chance of existing object of inner classes? This type of concept is nothing but what it is, inner classes. For example, Sir class, outer class. Inside def underscore underscore init. I have to provided self. Print. This is outer class object creation. Next, I have to declare class inner class underscore underscore init underscore underscore self. Print. This is inner class object creation. Inner class have one more method m1. Print inner class method. Now done. So I have to call the m1 method. How to call m1 method? This method I have to call. Can a class inner class object I, can I call I dot m1? So here, sir, if it is only one class is available, one method is available, then this approach is valid. But if I call this one, it is not accepted. They are telling inner is not defined. The reason is this inner class is available to where outer class. So compulsory, first of all, always which object is available? This class object is mandatory. So first we go with outer class object we have to create. What is the reference variable? Wo. By using the wo, you have to create inner class object. Then I is there, I dot m1. Sir, whenever this object, this meaning object creation, this will be executed. Based on that, I am calling inner class, inner object created. Then I am calling m1 method. All will be executed there. First outer class object, based on reference inner class object, m1 method I am calling. I didn't saved. Outer class object creation, inner class object, inner class method I am creating. This is one way. Sir, what is wo? Outer class object reference. Instead of this, can I go this one? Is it valid? Valid only. Because what is the meaning object creation? Automatically, the outer class object executed. Based on that, inner class object will be executed there. Now, I'm getting output same. What is I? This total is pointing to I. Instead of that, can I give like this? First outer class object, inner class object, calling m1 function. All are same process only. Everything should be same. So first outer object, whenever object get automatically construct executed, based on this, I'm calling the m1 method. So first always, if you want to go to inner classes, outer class object is mandatory. Without this, no chance. Suppose if it is not there, is it valid? No valid. Because direct inner class is not available. There, invalid. Can make heading inner classes. Sometimes we can declare a class inside another class. Such a type of classes are called inner classes. Sometimes we can declare a class inside another classes. అర్థమవుతుందా రాజా? Without existing one type of object, if there is no chance of, without existing one type of object, if there is no chance of existing another type of object, then we should go for inner classes. Then we should go for inner classes. Inner classes. Without existing car object, there is no chance of existing engine object. Hence, engine class should part of so first to create car object, next you have to create engine object. Existing department object. So first always university, next always department. So if you want to create department object, first university object we have to create, then department. Without existing human, there is no chance of existing head. Without head, no chance of the brain. So class human inside class head inside class brain. So first example, car class. Second example, university. Third one, human. So take this example. The different possible syntaxes for calling inner class method. First one is Second one, I equal to outer dot inner I dot m1. Third way, outer dot inner dot m1 all are same. So see next example. Sir, I have a class. Human class is there. Just I'm telling inside head, inside brain. So if I want to create object this brain, compulsory first which object is there? This one. Okay. Come outside all the classes, create the main human object got created. Just now we discussed in this case, if you want to create inner class object means compulsory what is required? O reference and outer class object. And in this example, if I want to declare head object means compulsory by using this h only ante h dot head only you can create all small letters no problem. Then only it is possible. By using this reference variable you can create object for the brain class compulsory. So if you want this already it is there. By using this I created this object. By using this reference I am creating this object. Fine. Now what I was doing is whenever object created human class construct executed. So define one constructor underscore underscore init. You have to provide only self. Self dot name equal to directly can give value also initialized. Now fine. Now self dot what is the meaning? What is head? Inner class name. What is self? Pointing to our current class object. Chonde, whenever human object is there, concentrate here, object created. For my object, how many references are there? Head as well as self, both are available there. Ante, you have to create object for this your head class. Two options are there. One is head, second one is self. Anyway, you can create your wish. Ade outside అయితే compulsory you can use h variable. Inside class అయితే self is the variable we can provide it. That's why I'm using self dot head. Self dot head. Head is the class object created. We can provided this one. Give one reference variable, instance variable, self dot head. So this is the variable This is the class object. Why I'm using self? Because this head class is available inside the human. The human object I got created, H and self pointing to the human object. That's why I'm using this one. Now go to here. I want to go with self dot head dot brain object I got created. What I want to give reference self dot brain. Now all are okay here. First, this line will be executed. Once this line executed, object is ready. One is H, second one is self. Whenever object created, constructor, name initializers Sunny. What is the meaning of self dot head? One object got created internally, head object, which is pointing to reference variable, this one. By using this variable, I created object to the brain object, pointing to the this one. Okay, done. Sir, within the head, I want to take one method. Sir, by using head, what we have to do? Talk method, print. Always we are talking only. By using brain, def think method. So what we are thinking, we don't know, but we are thinking only always. So head contains talk method, brain contains think method. If I want to call the talk method, what is the variable can I use? Self dot head. If I want to call think method, what is the self dot brain? This total thing I want to call into display method. Hello, self dot name. What is the self dot name? Sunny. Now, oh, display method kada. Cut it, self, paste it. Before that, print statement. Hello, Sunny will be printed there. Self dot head dot which method can I call? Talk. Self dot brain dot which method can I call? Think method. Now, by using this, just call display method. H dot display. So first human object I created. Once object created, construct executed. Every objects are ready. Display method. I am calling display method. Hello, self dot name Sunny. Head dot talk means this is pointing to our head object. Talk method I am calling. Self dot brain. I am calling the think method. Hello, Sunny. Talking and thinking. This is called as inner classes objects. How we need to define a class inside another class. So ఇది ఒక class. This is one class. This is the separate class. In first class, constructor method is available. The next concept is completed nested methods. Already we discussed nested function. Nested function means a function inside a function. Nested method means a method inside a method we have to declare, that is same nested classes. This one within the human head, within the head brain. Same think method is there. Inside think another method is there. One more method I have to declare, that is called as nested methods. Class test, def m1, self. Inside immediately created one more method, calc. I have to provide a comma b. So within m1 calculation method is there. Just print sum is a plus b. Product a star b completed. How to call that? CLC method I want to call pass two values. How to call the CLC method? Adhe if it is not there, simple. Create object to the test, call the CLC method. Everybody knows about that. But the problem is M1 is there. How to call? This is object creation. Tell. T dot M1 dot. Is it okay? Sorry, run it. Invalid. Check your nested functions. In nested functions, how I am calling. Here also same rule. A function inside another function is there. How I am calling inside function where we are calling. At the time of functions chapter, nested functions explained how I am calling that one. Same process here also. So nested functions, nested methods where we can call outside of the function definition, outside of the class definition, not possible. Where we are declaring M1, this is the M1 declaration part, this total thing. This total thing is inner method declaration. Whatever code I am written here, this is belongs to CALC. Whatever code I am written here, it is belongings to M1. This block is belongings to outside of the class. Three blocks are there. Once I created nested method, this method calling is possible here only. Ante within the definition only possible. అసలు ఇక్కడ outside no chance. So wherever declared function here only CALC of 10 comma 20, CALC comma 100 comma 200. In methods also, same story I explained. So here T dot call the M1 method. Now whenever cursor will be goes to M1, this total thing is belonging to M1 or not? Yes. Now cursor don't come to 4, 5. Directly it is coming to the line number 7. It is calling calculator function passing two values. Again calculator function passing two values, like that will be happen. So inner method, inner function always possible to call inside function definition or method definition. Outside as no chance. So wherever you are declaring, inside only you can call, outside no chance. That is called as a nested method. Nested method means a method inside the purpose to define method specific So in the object-oriented first part, only one topic is the last one. That is garbage collection.